So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Hello, Peter, and hello to everyone watching. For me, it's a real thrill to be here.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Things have got underway here pretty promptly. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more,
climbs up big! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Zico. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Vermaelen did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Pelé. Dembele. Now it's Hullet. Rummenigge. Looking for a runner. Well, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Zico. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Pelé can see things others simply cannot.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
And this is Adriano.
It might not be such a bad idea playing this short and into feet.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. Mateus plays it short. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And now they can spring out of defence. It's Bale! And he has produced there the crispest of hits.
Well, we always have to give a reason for it, Peter, but did he hit that too well?
Pinches it off him.
Cruyff really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Now it's Hullet. Baresi makes the interception. Now it's Bale. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Bale. Livakovic breathes a sigh of relief as he gets his hands on the ball. That pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? And he's there to retrieve it. Can he get on the end of this? He's in space and looking for options. Delivered with swing. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you could see his annoyance.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Thuram is a perfect combination of brain and brawn. Pelé. Oh, this looks sharp. Played out towards the right wing. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And here's Cruyff, in with the challenge.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Bale. Nice interception, well timed.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Cruyff. Looking for the run. That is a great pick out. And a goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Now it's Bale. Pele. And he's being shifted off it. Pele cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
Zico. Now it's Hullet. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
Quality ball. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Zico. Played in deep. Oh, smashing header! Well, that is clearly not the... And there is the half-time whistle. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So we are still where we were at the beginning. It is 0-0 at the break. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Sao Paulo are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Pele. Rummenigge. Pele, always looking for that half a chance. Zico. Cruyff. Great vision. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Mateus.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And he's had it nicked away.
That's alert and sharp and very well played.
It could be in here. Just a kick. Can he finish? Now, who's going to be first to this? Still absolutely nothing to report here, goals-wise. Dink through. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Quarter of an hour into the second half. He's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Hullet. And here's Cruyff. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Mateus. Mateus. No breakthrough and well into the second period. It is still anyone's game. Real chance! Really well taken goal. He made it happen, squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
A 1-0 lead established.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't.
Adriano really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Thuram, a man never lacking in drive or determination. That's tidy. Nicely weighted ball. It's a promising position. Delivers the ball. Nice and easy for the goalkeeper. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, it's a natural instinct to defend when ahead, but it's too early for them to settle into that practice.
Oh, that is asking for trouble. Oh, that's nice.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And this is Adriano. Adriano showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Now it's Hullet. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Now he's got space here. That has ended up in no man's land. Oh, they could be caught out here.
Substituição no time do São Paulo.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
Camisa 22.
Cannavaro wins the duel this time.
Camisa 23. Camisa 10.
Sao Paulo still ahead by the game's only goal.
Camisa 21.
Vieira.
Camisa 9.
Can he get it through? Chips it through. Well read. The danger is averted.
Teremos uma substituição.
Time and again they are repelled. Not much time now for anything fresh to happen, I think. Ibrahimovic, and he's managed to get free.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And this is Cruyff. It's not an... Oh, what? And the finish! They've done it! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Villa really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that fate.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
Sao Paulo could not have picked a better time to snatch a two-goal lead. Is there still time for a response?
Well, that's a really bitter blow.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. And so they have the outcome they desire. A dose of reality and quality, absolute togetherness, and the job is done.